Breaking news from the Middle East. China has reportedly sent several unmarked military transport planes into Iran, sparking global speculation and concern over their purpose. Satellite images captured by private intelligence firms show at least 5 large aircraft touching down at Tehran's Mehrabad airbase under heavy security cover. Neither the Chinese nor Iranian governments have made public statements, fueling mystery and raising alarm bells across Western intelligence agencies. The sudden nature of the arrival and the aircraft's military configuration suggest this could be more than a diplomatic gesture, possibly a weapons delivery or tech transfer. Analysts note the aircraft resemble China's Y-20 strategic airlifters, capable of transporting armored vehicles, drones, or missile parts. Iran's media blackout has only intensified curiosity, as no coverage of these arrivals has aired on state-controlled television channels. International observers believe this could be a secretive military cooperation deal, potentially in response to U.S. pressure in the region. Some speculate the planes may be delivering components for Iran's drone or missile programs, which have seen rapid development recently. Others fear a deeper alignment between Beijing and Tehran that could reshape the strategic balance in the Gulf. Let's dive deeper into what's known, what's suspected, and what it could mean for regional and global security moving forward. Iran has long struggled under international sanctions and has turned to partners like China and Russia for economic and military support. China, meanwhile, is expanding its influence under the Belt and Road Initiative, with Iran serving as a crucial link in its Eurasian strategy. If confirmed, this transport mission could mark a bold step toward formalizing a military alliance that has remained unofficial for years. Some insiders suggest the aircraft were transporting radar systems and anti-aircraft units to bolster Iran's air defense network. China's official stance remains vague, with their foreign ministry simply stating, "We support regional stability." Quote, however, China's past behavior shows a willingness to quietly assist partners like Iran while denying any military ties. What could Iran gain from this kind of support, and how might it impact future tensions in the Persian Gulf? Some defense experts think this is a test, both of Iran's ability to receive covert support and of the West's reaction time. The mystery also has economic dimensions. Could China be supplying tech in exchange for discounted oil amid its energy crunch? Let's not forget the timing. This comes just days after a failed nuclear deal negotiation involving Iran and Western nations. The possibility of Iran being militarily backed by China complicates any future peace efforts in the region. In response, Israeli defense forces have reportedly gone on heightened alert, anticipating a shift in Iran's capabilities. The U.S. Pentagon has made no official comment but is said to be monitoring the situation closely. Quote, meanwhile, online speculation is rife. Twitter, Reddit, and Telegram channels are filled with amateur flight trackers debating the event. One thing is clear, China is becoming more assertive in regions once dominated by Western influence. What message does this send to allies like Saudi Arabia or the UAE? Is China positioning itself as an alternative protector? Iran may be leveraging China's power to resist Western sanctions and strengthen its own geopolitical hand. Let's look back. China and Iran signed a 25-year strategic partnership in 2021. Could this transport operation be one of its secret clauses in action? Some leaked clauses from that agreement include military cooperation, intelligence sharing, and joint training exercises. If true, this goes far beyond trade. It's a coordinated pivot away from U.S. led influence in the region. And it's not just about Iran. China's growing presence in the Gulf threatens to reshape the global balance of power. Let's explore what China stands to gain. Access to ports, intelligence hubs, and critical energy routes. Iran, meanwhile, gains high-tech equipment, international legitimacy, and a partner that won't lecture it on human rights. Could this be part of a broader military corridor from China to the Middle East, bypassing U.S. scrutiny? Some even suggest Pakistan may quietly be involved, allowing overflight routes for Chinese military planes. Western intelligence agencies now face a massive blind spot. Was this mission detected too late? Satellite imagery confirms one aircraft left Iran within 8 hours while others remained grounded. What did the returning plane carry back? Documents? Iranian tech? Or was it simply a message of capability? The lack of public transparency only deepens the unease. Even journalists in Tehran report media censorship. In Washington, policymakers fear a slow buildup of Chinese weaponry in the region over time. The CIA and NSA are reportedly reallocating resources to monitor Chinese cargo movements globally. Cybersecurity experts also warn of Chinese surveillance hardware being quietly embedded in Iran's defense systems. Military analysts suspect this is part of China's long game, winning allies not with war, but with logistics. China may be perfecting a model of quiet military expansion without triggering global alarm. Meanwhile, Iran's military continues testing new missiles and drone platforms, perhaps aided by this mysterious delivery. China's embassy in Iran has declined to comment, stating only cooperation continues as planned. Quote, "The most concerning possibility? That this is just the beginning of repeated, silent airlifts between allies. Imagine the scenario. Over months, Iran receives parts to build a fully upgraded missile shield. It would drastically change Israel's military calculus and shift U.S. force posture in the Middle East. China denies interfering in regional affairs. But isn't flying military planes into Iran a clear contradiction? This pattern signals a revival of Cold War-style proxy alignments, with China stepping into a familiar role. But here's the twist. Today's tools include cyber warfare, drone tech, and AI-based command systems. Could China be embedding software into Iranian drones that gives Beijing remote access or control? Iran, too, benefits. These systems make it harder for enemies to jam or trace drone origins. In turn, this gives Iran plausible deniability for regional attacks, blaming rogue actors or unknown sources. Quote, "The larger pattern here is unmistakable. An emerging Sino-Iranian axis with opaque intent and growing leverage. Gulf nations are rethinking their own alliances, balancing U.S. dependence with China's rising influence. In the UN Security Council, Western nations have called for transparency and satellite review access. This could set a dangerous precedent. Hidden military exchanges shielded by economic cooperation labels. International arms watchdogs are calling for third-party verification of Iran's inventory. But without Chinese cooperation, such inspections are unlikely to happen anytime soon. Some worry this encourages other nations to adopt China's covert methods, from Africa to Latin America. In conclusion, what started as a quiet aircraft landing may have opened a new front in global competition. Western powers face a stark choice: adapt to China's new methods or risk falling behind in global influence. Could this lead to a new Middle Eastern Cold War with China backing Iran and the U.S. backing Israel and Saudi Arabia? What happens next depends on surveillance, diplomacy, and public pressure on all involved governments. For now, global citizens are left wondering what was inside those planes and what comes next. Intelligence leaks may surface in coming weeks. Watch closely for whistleblowers or media investigations. We'll keep tracking every development, bringing you analysis from experts, defense insiders, and verified sources. Let us know in the comments. Do you think China is crossing a red line, or just protecting its interests? If you're just joining, hit rewind. Every detail matters in understanding this critical shift in global dynamics. We'll be watching satellite imagery, embassy press briefings, and intelligence leaks to follow this evolving story. Don't forget to follow trusted sources. Disinformation will increase as tensions rise. Geopolitics is no longer just about armies. It's about data, logistics, and the quiet moves behind the scenes. This situation is a prime example of hybrid strategy, where diplomacy, tech, and secrecy blur traditional war lines. If you're interested in more deep dive analysis like this, check out our playlist on global military movements. We'll be updating this story as soon as new information emerges. Make sure you're subscribed. Our goal is to keep you informed and ahead of the curve in this fast-changing world. If you found this video insightful, please like and share it to help others stay informed too. This isn't the last time we'll see secretive moves like this. Expect more in the coming months. Global power is shifting rapidly. Staying aware is the first step in navigating what's next. Thanks for sticking with us through this deep analysis of China's mystery mission to Iran. That's all for today's analysis. If you found this informative, please like and subscribe for more breaking news coverage. Thanks for watching.